Well, hi there, and welcome to Bella's Vistas. Well, it's the solstice, the winter solstice, and what a beautiful morning. Wow, we're going out through the country. These are some of our usual tracks, looking for owls, getting some wonderful sunrises over the barns. I really like this. Wow, I'm so happy. I feel so alive when I'm out on a drive like this. Interesting effects in the clouds here. Wow, we decided, seeing as we didn't get any owls, we're going to go up to Owen Sound and check on waterfalls. This is what it was like last fall. My goodness, it was so beautiful with all the colors of the leaves. This is what it's like in the winter. Now it almost looks black and white here in some ways. Now here we are at Sao Falls. Sao Falls again in the fall. Very beautiful. Here it is in the winter. Now I think Sao Falls looks better in the fall or the summer than it does in the winter. But we're headed up. Come on along for a nice drive. We're going to go through some various snow conditions. It's different as we go along. You can see there's been a lot more snow blowing here than we've had in the city. So it could be a little treacherous. Driving along here. I'm taking it easy. It's 70. Now we're coming into a village here. I'm going to take it slow. Back out in the country again. The GPS took us out on a little bit of a back road off the highways, and I'm really enjoying it. Look at all the snow on those trees. Wow, that's something I really enjoy seeing. Such a beautiful day to be out for a drive. Now we're turning into the falls here. Wow. I only have two-wheel drive. It's a little Toyota with a front-wheel drive, but works pretty good. I've got snow tires on and I'm taking it very easy. Don't want to get stuck. There's the parking lot. There's a couple other vehicles. Look how much water there is. What a joy. I'm so happy to see all this water. Taking a little look off the bridge here. Haven't got my gloves on just yet, but I'll put them on because it's going to get cold. Wow. Got my tripod out now. Looks like I'm ready for business. Got my backpack with all my gear on in case I don't want to carry a camera in my hand in case I slip. Wow, I really love pictures of me like this right in the environment. This is where I'm happy. This is when I'm having joy. Getting some great shots of the waterfalls. Wow, so beautiful. There's an HDR. You can see the water kind of blurred out a little bit, moving water. Further back, looking out. So nice. Wowee. Like I said, it almost looks black and white. Mary's shooting with the GoPro from up above here. I'm trying to get ready now. My hands get cold and I have trouble changing lenses and things like that. I don't really mind it. There it is in the fall. A little video of the waterfalls with all the beautiful leaves and everything all around it. Zooming in a little bit tighter to see all the action. All the moss and everything going on there. Here's an HDR picture, which I really like. Sometimes the HDR looks a bit crazy, but I'm really liking this one. Here is a 4K video of the waterfalls. Look at all the power here, my goodness. The water's just rushing along. So beautiful. I just have to wonder what it would look like in slow motion. Well, that's what it looks like in slow motion. My goodness. This is at 1/10 speed. I'm really delighted with the slow motion ability of the Olympus OM1. I understand the Mark II is even better, but this is what I have, so that's what I got to work with. And I'm delighted, absolutely delighted with these pictures and video. I could have stayed at home by the fire and not got anything, but we went out, took a little bit of a risk. But wow, it was so beautiful. Now here you see an HDR and you can see all the organic material in the water there. It's kind of a bit disturbing. There too you see a little of the organic material in the water. And you can use desaturate to take that out a little bit and make it less obvious. It's a little tighter shot looking a bit further down the falls here. There's a couple different areas you can look down on the waterfalls. Really, really beautiful. So much power in this water. Wow. Breaking up the rocks over the years, making new pathways for the water to go downstream. We're so lucky to have places like this. And this is only a couple hours from home. It's a bit of a difficult ride, but it's not all that bad. Wow, here's an HDR looking downstream again. You can see all the green in the water. There we're looking almost black and white again. I'm really liking that. Such a beautiful place. Wow, and this wasn't hard to do. I mean, I mostly have my camera set for HDR. Then I'll have 3 brackets anyway. If I just want to use a single shot, you can do that. And then I switch to video. Then I just have to decide whether I want 4K or slow motion or what I want to do. That's about all I really use is 4K or slow motion. I was a little worried about having my camera on that wall there, but it was safe enough. There was no wind if there was a... Now here we've got an HDR, and we were wondering which looks better, an HDR or a single shot. In this case, I think the single shot is a little better. We had various opinions when we asked people on the web. Once again, I see myself shooting video. I really want to get a different setup for the microphone. It sort of pokes me in the eye when I'm trying to shoot with the camera, put on top of the camera, but it's not that hard to deal with. Just walking away and letting the camera shoot. Wow. Look at the geese practicing up there, flying overhead. Beautiful place to be. Here's the waterfalls. There's a couple other waterfalls around Owen Sound, but I think this is the nicest one that we found so far. This is what feeds the waterfalls, actually. Here's another shot of the surrounding area. Beautiful gorge or valley or something. I'm not sure what you would call this, but it's just beautiful. We're back on the road again. Now we're headed north, so we're going to be driving through some snow squalls. Because we were in the falls by Owen Sound, now we're heading Southampton way, and we're going to stop at Sao Falls, up on the Bruce Peninsula. Wow. Look at this. The GPS took us another route again, so we're going over a narrow bridge. And I drove along here for a long ways looking for a place to turn around, because I wanted to go back the other way. And finally I just decided to take a chance on it and pull a 3-point turn, and there was no problem. There's no traffic here at all. But what a beautiful day to be out for a drive. Wow. So much fun. Here we are at Sable Beach. I've been here a couple times. I'm not all that impressed with it. Bicycled through here years ago, and we stopped at a restaurant here. I remember that. We would go on like 200-kilometer bike rides. Here we are at Sao Falls in the fall. Like I said, I think Sable looks the best in the fall. Much better than in the winter. Beautiful waterfalls. Here it is in the winter, and I don't know, the light or the white. I just think the fall is a better place to be. Here's a slow motion of Sao Falls in the winter. Not really sure if slow motion is good for waterfalls. Might be nice for a change, but fast motion 4K video seems better here, I think. Well, slow motion, it's definitely more interesting in some ways. It shows you the actual motion of the water. It's quite nice. It's just a couple clicks on the menu to change from slow motion to 4K anyway. It's not a big problem. But does it ever use up disk space? My goodness. Look at that. Wowee. If you were in a kayak or a canoe or something going over there, that would be pretty scary. When we were here in the fall, the salmon were going upstream, and we followed that and went to where the fish ladder is, and I got some shots of them jumping and everything. That was pretty cool. Any day I can get out with my camera, I think, is a good day. I had so much fun doing this. Another HDR. That's pretty good. I think that's almost as good as the other falls. But definitely the other waterfalls, English Falls, is a lot nicer in the winter. Little bit of a panning downstream here over the waterfalls. Look at that. My goodness. A little tree in the foreground there. There's some green there. A little evergreen Christmas tree on the left and some across the river. So beautiful. It's a lot like Burley Falls sometimes from different areas. Now we're out on the highway again. We're headed for home. We're getting closer to the city, and you can see there's not nearly as much snow. And the sky, well, the sky is nice and white. I'm thinking back of where I was at Sao Falls, thinking about what it was like there, thinking about where we're going to go next. There's some other waterfalls that I'd like to get to. They're hours away. 4 or 5 hours instead of 2 hours. But wow. And then spring and fall, that's something to look forward to as well. So thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like, subscribe, and come on back again real soon.